Hey Lyman, for helping us out with your store, you should give us a discount on the coarse rock salt and the eggs. No reason in particular. Hey everyone, welcome back to more Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we returned to Keldic and did a hidden quest. And also, somewhat solved the dispute, I guess. And this time, well, we're gonna turn in for the night.
Ah, that was delicious. Those were some seriously fresh vegetables, too.
Yeah, nothing beats food made from local ingredients.
I quite enjoyed the rye bread myself.
I suppose this whole field study thing isn't so bad when you take the menu into account. I wonder what the others in Group B are doing right now.
Somehow, I doubt they're sitting around a table and talking like we are.
That would certainly be a shock if they were. I can't help but question what exactly Class 7's purpose is, though. Instructor Sarah says it's about Arcus, but I don't think that's the only reason we've been brought together.
I'm certain it's not. If that were all, today's field study tasks would serve little purpose.
It seems as though she's trying to make us experience, I don't know, things. Like all kinds of things, big and small. What I can't wrap my head around, though, is why.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along.
What do we have to offer one another, when our reasons for enrolling at Thor's in the first place are undoubtedly very different?
Our reasons?
I hadn't considered that.
My reason for enrolling was quite simple. I aim to come ever closer to my goal. Or rather, to the person whom I regard as such.
Who's that?
This is neither the time nor the place to discuss such matters. Best to save that topic for another day. What about you, Elisa? Why did you enroll at the academy?
There's no one single reason, but I think I just wanted to assert my independence. I mean, my situation back at home isn't exactly ideal, and this seemed like a good way to get out and do more, I guess.
I see.
It sounds like I'm probably in the minority then. See, I wasn't intending on coming here at all originally. I wanted to do something completely different.
You did?
Oh yeah, you said you were really hoping you'd get into a music academy, right?
Oh?
Well, I wasn't that serious about it or anything. What about you, Reen? You're the last holdout, and since you're the one who brought it up, it's only fair you answer the question too.
Me? I wanted to find myself, I guess.
Find yourself?
Huh?
Sorry. That makes it sound like a much bigger deal than it actually is. That's the best way I can think of to put it, though.
Nothing wrong with that. Going on a journey of self-discovery? It's actually a pretty cool answer.
Yeah, I had no idea you were such a romanticist. You sure don't come across as one.
I shouldn't have said anything.
But we're not actually going to sleep yet, are we? Not until we write our reports for the day.
I want to shut off my brain so badly right now, but it doesn't look like that's happening anytime soon.
She seems to have forgotten all about the room situation, and I'm not about to remind her.
Reen?
What is it?
I was unsure whether to ask or not, but I've decided that this question bears answering. Why have you chosen to hold back?
What?
Your sword style and technique. It is the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade school, is it not? Popularized by the sword hermit, Yun Ka-Fai, it combines the best elements of other Eastern sword styles. Those who master any of its forms are referred to as a divine blade, and are said to understand the true nature of all things.
You certainly know an awful lot about it. I didn't think it was particularly renowned here in the Empire.
We of the Arcade School consider the studying of other swordsmanship styles to be an essential part of our training. In addition, my father once told me, if you follow the path of the sword, it is only a matter of time before you encounter a follower of the 8 Leaves.
Your father said that? It's an honor to be acknowledged by the Radiant Blade Master himself. I'm nothing special, though. I'm just a dropout who's never even been able to progress past beginner level. I did train under Master Ka-Fai for a while, but I started to feel like I couldn't go any further with my abilities, and he cut my training short.
What?
So I'm really not holding back. Honest, I actually kind of feel like I'm dirtying the good name of the 8 Leaf School, in fact. But this is my limit. I'm sorry I can't quite live up to your expectations. Laura?
You have no reason to apologize to me. This is a matter you must come to terms with on your own. Though I'll admit to some disappointment, I was hoping you'd prove to be a good sparring partner. I'm going to practice outside for a bit. Please go and finish your report with Elisa and Elliot.
There's a lot he doesn't want to talk about, huh? I can see in his eyes sometimes that he's bottling something up and trying really hard to keep anyone else from noticing.
You've noticed it too? You sure have taken quite an interest in him.
I was just trying to work out the best time to apologize, that's all. It's not like I've been consciously paying attention to him or anything, honestly.
Reen's not the only one bottling up his feelings though, is he? You've been doing the same thing.
Yeah, I guess I have.
And since we've gotten that plus 18, that means that, well, we've gotten everything. So, yeah. Also, with the, it's not like I've been consciously paying attention. I can hear the baka from here.
Drinks are on me someday.
Yeah, I get tasks for the day. Market manager left them with me. Thank you. Side tasks are both optional. Let's kill the Kaiway monster. And lost wallet. Huh, even fewer than yesterday. Maybe he gave us less work to do because he knew we were going back to Tristan today. Sound about right. It's a very considerate man. Last train headed your way leaves here around 9 tonight. Get those done quickly enough, you can have dinner here before you leave. Thank you very much. We greatly appreciate your kindness. Shall we get started then? Sounds good. It looks like today's tests are all optional. Hey, Laura, I wanted to apologize for what I said to you yesterday evening. Wayne? As I showed you then, this is a matter you must come to terms with on your own. It's not something for which an apology is required. That's not really what I meant. I want to apologize for making light of the way of the sword. What I said about being a dropout who's never been able to progress past beginner level is disrespectful. To Master Ka-Fai, to the school I follow, and to the path of the sword itself. And for those reasons, I feel it's inappropriate for me to say what I said, so I'm sorry. If that's the case, then there's one other person you should be apologizing to as well. I can't pretend to know much about your personal circumstances, but regardless of one's background or social standing, one should always be able to live with pride in him or herself. Thus, if you truly did make light of yourself and your own abilities, that is an act of shame for which you must owe yourself recompense. Let me ask you a question. Do you like the path of the sword? It's not really a matter of liking it or disliking it, I don't think. It's part of my life, an inseparable part of who I am. That's all I wanted to hear. I feel exactly the same way. So you two are friends again then? Or are we not? There was never any rift between us that I knew about. Indeed, this was all handled rather neatly, I felt. You're both so simple-minded. I feel like an idiot just spending so much time trying to devise a plan to get the two of you to make up. You did what now? It would seem we've caused you undue concern. Jeez, can we all just forget about this and move on? It's like the ground's dried after the rainfall, so to speak. Glad to see you all looking a bit less gloomy. Margaret, we got trouble. Big, big trouble. Slow down, Louise. It's the first thing in the morning. You're about poised to wake the dead. You're making such a commotion. What you been up to anyways? You're late. I'm sorry, just got caught up in the way here. Never mind that, we have a big, big trouble. Something terrible happened over at the market. Something terrible, you say? Sounds like it actually took place last night. 2 of the stalls over at the market were destroyed, and all the merchandise was stolen. It's most terrible indeed. A robbery? Oh my. I suppose that means the market must be opening late today. It means we can end up with more customers here as people wait for a resolution. Louise, get this place ready. You got it. Yeah, use those crappy running animations. As for you four, this is our problem, not yours. You just focus on your field study. Leave this incident to us locals. You have your own tasks to worry about after all. Of course. We'll be back later. Thanks again. What should we do? I have to admit, I'm curious. It's not far, so we might as well just go and take a look. Alright, let's take a slight detour and see what's happening at the market then. And so shall everyone staring at it. Oh, how sorrowful. One's peaceful heart has now turned wild. Worry not, though, for I shall find their lost fragments of love. Feel free to follow me, for it is only natural. Thank you, Andre. Very cool. Oh, I'm sorry, the Grand Market isn't quite open for business yet. Oh, it's the students from yesterday. Good morning. Welcome late today after all, I see. Afraid so. I guess you already know about the robbery yesterday, huh? 2 merchants whose stalls were destroyed are still arguing about it. You bastard! You're not gonna get away with this! I don't know which one was saying what, but yeah. The manager came to try to break them up, but he doesn't seem to be having much luck. No one ends up getting hurt. Should you? Could we maybe try talking to them? Considering everything that happened yesterday, you might just be the cavalry we need right now. Would you mind? Not at all. How dare you destroy my stall, you damned coward! I knew you country folk weren't to be trusted. Who else could it have been? Just come clean and admittedly. Oh, you call a coward, you high-gallery snob. You're the one who wanted my spun off yourself. Calm down, gentlemen, please. Playing all innocent and trying to paint me as the bad guy. You make me sick. What do you say we start this right here and now? Bring it on! Class 7? You kids again? Keep your noses out of it. I'm gonna make a pay for smashing my stall. Smashing? Oh, you really are completely ruined. This is awful. However, harming one another is not going to bring them back. In the end, they'll still be smashed, and you'll be worse off. But this anger isn't gonna go away unless I do something. He took all my goods too, so I haven't even got anything to sell. What are you talking about? You were the one who stole my goods, and you're gonna give them back right now, and fix the damage you did to my stall, or else I I can't be held responsible for my actions. And yeah, they ain't listening. Stop this at once! Your provincial army? What is the meaning of this? It's the middle of the morning. Stop this nonsense immediately. But I believe you are the one in charge here. I demand an explanation as to what has transpired. You see? And yeah, absolutely, we don't need to see the explanation. I see. The solution is simple then. Take them away. Yes, sir. What? What do you mean, take us away? 2 stores were destroyed, 2 sets of goods were stolen. The truth is as clear as day. 2 merchants in the midst of a heated disagreement committed the same crime at the same time. But that's not fair, I think it's premature to draw such a conclusion without any investigation. The provincial army doesn't have time to waste solving the petty squabbles of merchants. But I'm not an unreasonable man. This is your dispute and you'll be left alone. Continue and you come with us. The choice is yours. It's very fishy. Good. Very good then. I'm saying you can agree that wasting time on shenanigans like this is detrimental to our party's involved. I hope you think twice before causing such a ruckus ever again. Now, if you'll please excuse us, I'm a busy man and I have more pressing matters to attend to. My voice for them probably changed multiple times, but whatever. For every character. There they go. Well, I guess they did stop those 2 from fighting, but they did nothing to solve the underlying problem. This isn't right. You see now how the provincial army conducts itself. I'm sure you're both still pretty angry about this, but right now the 2 of you need to keep focused on being cool-headed. If you have the time to fight, try to use that time for something more productive instead. You feel a lot better. Yeah. I shouldn't have let my anger take control of me like that. We can't open the Grand Market for business until we've cleaned up these busted stalls. We're already running late, so I hate to ask, but would you all mind lending me a hand? And everyone clears away the stalls. Thanks to you four, we were able to get the Grand Market for business today. Open the Grand Market for business today a bit quicker than I expected. I can't even begin to tell you how grateful I am. But there was no need for that. We barely did anything. I'm just glad no one got hurt. All the more reason to thank you. Merchant stall is his livelihood. Any action taken against it can throw him into a blind rage, and it's hard to bring someone back from that. It would seem the problems facing the merchants in this town are quite grave indeed. The provincial army may have intervened, but it's difficult to believe they made no attempts to find an amicable solution. Quite right. It's clear than ever now that they have no intention of trying to resolve any issues involving the market. And I can't see that changing unless we decide to just accept the sales tax increase and keep quiet about it. Still, you'd think they'd at least be a bit more subtle about the whole thing. There's no way those 2 merchants are just gonna accept this and move on. No, I don't suppose they will, and if word gets out about this, it's not inconceivable for certain groups of people to begin boycotting at the marketplace. Something definitely has to be done. I'm just not sure what. Is something wrong, Reed? You're awfully quiet. I'm feeling unwell. Sir, I have a favor to ask. What do you consider allowing us to investigate this morning's incident? What? Are you suggesting that we attempt to find the perpetrators who destroyed the merchant stalls ourselves? It's a kind offer, but as I said yesterday, this is our affair, not yours. You're students, you have your own studies to worry about, and I wouldn't feel right interfering with them. We're students training for the military, though. We can't just stand by and allow something so unjust to go unchallenged. It's the provincial army's responsibility to address this, sure, but they're shirking their duties here, and that reflects poorly on us all. Well, that's true enough, I guess, but do you really think we're up for something like this? I kind of have to wonder about that, too. I mean, at the end of the day, we're just amateurs. We should at least just check with Instructor Sarah first and see what she thinks. She's already told us. Put your head together and think. I'm sure you'll need to see what you need to do. Her words. This is exactly like the sort of thing she meant. At least, it does to me. Oh. I see your point. Perhaps matters such as this may fall into the scope of our field study after all. Yeah, you do make a good case. I'm still not sure we're up to it, but I guess it can't hurt to try. Neither seek nor shun the fight. Very well, we shall do what we can. Are you really sure about this? I'm certainly not going to say no. I'm very concerned about the market and the safety of our merchants. So if you're 100% sure, I'd have to admit, I truly would appreciate anything you could do for us. Thank you, sir. We'll do everything in our power to find answers for you. Just be careful. Don't go seeking out trouble. I don't want you kids being put in danger. We're dealing with a criminal who acts under the cover of night. He may be capable of a lot more than just thievery and vandalism. Remember, I'm responsible for your safety. If anything were to happen to you, I couldn't even look Vatnik in the eyes anymore. We'll be careful, we promise. No, I will at least. I probably need to be more careful than anyone else here. Now that's settled, we should act quickly. Yeah, let's get this investigation started. And so, well, we have our task for... Oh, we have another one to So, first things first, we need to decide where to start investigating. The logical starting point would be the Grand Market itself, the scene of the crime. Can't argue with that. We should probably get statements from those two merchants before anything else. Indeed, I anticipate they've called themselves by now, so perhaps we can get something a bit more substantial from them. We just have to ascertain their innocence or guilt in the matter as well. We need to keep a close eye on the time, though. If we miss the last train toward Heimdall, we'll have no way of getting back to the academy today. Plus, we've been given our other tasks too, and I'd really like to get them done. In short, we need to keep moving. The deadline is 9 PM. Let's use every minute we have to accomplish everything we possibly can. Understood. You bet. Right. As I was saying before another cutscene came through, this is basically how all the field studies will go. You have a day of tasks, you have a second day of tasks, and something tragic will happen that will cause, some big storyline progression. But, well, we'll get to that starting next time. So until then, see you guys later.